Your dog just woke up from a 3-hour nap and is already looking for a place to sleep again. You might laugh it off, but scientists say what's happening inside that sleeping dog is far more complex and far more fascinating than most owners ever realize. Think about the last time you watched your dog sleep. Maybe their paws were twitching. Maybe they let out a small whimper or a quiet bark. Maybe they just looked impossibly peaceful, curled into a perfect circle on the couch. Most of us assume dogs sleep a lot simply because they're lazy, or bored, or just comfortable. But veterinary science and animal behavior research tell a completely different story. The truth is that a dog's sleep is deeply tied to their biology, their intelligence, their emotional health, and even their bond with you. Dogs sleep between 12 and 14 hours every single day. Puppies and older dogs sleep even more, sometimes up to 18 or 20 hours. That's not laziness. That's biology, doing something remarkable. And once you understand what's really happening while your dog sleeps, you'll never look at those afternoon naps the same way again. Here's something most dog owners don't know. Dogs experience the same two major stages of sleep that humans do: REM sleep and non-REM sleep. REM stands for rapid eye movement, and it's the stage where dreaming happens. But there's a fascinating difference. According to animal behavior researchers, dogs cycle through these sleep stages much faster than humans. Where a human takes roughly 90 minutes to enter REM sleep, a dog can reach that dreaming stage in as little as 20 minutes. That's why you might notice your dog's legs start twitching or their eyes moving beneath their eyelids just minutes after they've fallen asleep. But why do they need so much of it? The answer lies in how dogs process the world. Dogs are sensory athletes. Every walk outside floods their brain with thousands of smells, sounds, and social signals. Their nervous system works extraordinarily hard, and sleep is when that system recovers, resets, and makes sense of everything it absorbed. Think of it this way. A dog's brain during waking hours is running a very complex program. Sleep is when that program saves its files. So when your dog's paws are running in their sleep, where are they going? Research from MIT's Department of Brain and Cognitive Sciences has shown that animals replay their daytime experiences during REM sleep. Their brains activate the same neural patterns they used while awake, while exploring, playing, or interacting socially. For dogs, this means sleep isn't passive downtime. It's active memory processing. When your dog whimpers softly or lets out a muffled bark during a nap, they may genuinely be reliving the walk you took that morning, or the game of fetch in the park. Stanley Coren, a professor of psychology and widely respected animal behavior researcher, has written extensively about canine sleep. He notes that smaller dogs dream more frequently, while larger dogs have longer but fewer dreams. Nobody is entirely sure why, but it suggests that dream structure in dogs is shaped by their physical biology, not just their experiences. Does your dog twitch or make sounds while sleeping? Drop a comment below, because what you're watching might be a genuine replay of their happiest moments. Here's something most dog owners never think about. How much your dog sleeps isn't random. It's deeply connected to what their breed was originally designed to do. Working breeds like Border Collies, Siberian Huskies, and Belgian dogs bred for long hours of physical and mental labor tend to sleep less and need more activity to feel satisfied. Their biology was shaped for endurance, but giant breeds like St. Bernards, Mastiffs, and Great Danes can sleep up to 18 hours a day. Their large bodies require significantly more energy to maintain, and rest becomes a biological necessity. The American Kennel Club notes that these breeds aren't sluggish by personality. They're simply built for deep, restorative rest between periods of activity. Age plays a major role, too. Puppies sleep 18 to 20 hours because their brains and bodies are developing at a remarkable rate. Growth hormones are released during sleep. Neural connections are being formed. The puppy that seems to be doing nothing productive during a nap is actually building the foundation of everything it will become. And senior dogs return to those long sleep hours for a different reason. Their bodies work harder to maintain basic functions, and recovery simply takes more time. But the real reason might surprise you. Dogs don't just sleep for physical recovery. Research in animal behavior strongly suggests that sleep quality in dogs is directly tied to their emotional state and to their relationship with you. A study published in the journal Scientific Reports found that dogs who experienced positive social interactions before sleep showed better quality sleep patterns. Dogs who had stressful or negative experiences showed more disrupted sleep, more frequent waking, and less time in REM. In other words, a dog who feels safe, loved, and secure sleeps better. And a dog who sleeps better is healthier, calmer, and more emotionally stable. It's a cycle, and you are directly part of it. This is why dogs so often choose to sleep near their owners, or in spots that carry their owner's scent. It isn't just comfort. Animal behaviorists describe it as a form of emotional anchoring. Your presence, even your scent, tells your dog's nervous system that the environment is safe enough to fully let go. Most dog owners never notice this connection, but it means that the way you treat your dog during the day shapes how deeply they rest at night. Scientists discovered something fascinating about what happens in a dog's brain between training sessions. Research in animal cognition has shown that dogs consolidate learned information during sleep, much the same way human students consolidate studying during the night before an exam. If you teach your dog a new command and then let them sleep, their ability to remember and perform that command improves measurably compared to dogs kept awake after training. This is called memory consolidation, and it happens during the deeper stages of sleep, when the brain replays and strengthens newly formed neural pathways. What this means practically is remarkable. When you're training your dog and you allow proper rest, you're not losing momentum. You're actually accelerating the learning process. Sleep isn't a pause in your dog's development. It is part of the development. Some animal trainers now deliberately structure training sessions before rest periods. For exactly this reason, the nap after the lesson isn't optional. It's where the lesson gets stored. Of course, not all dog sleep is created equal, and knowing what's normal for your dog can be genuinely important. Veterinarians note that a sudden and significant increase in sleep, especially when paired with changes in appetite, mood, or energy during waking hours, can be an early indicator of health issues ranging from hypothyroidism to anemia to infections. Dogs cannot tell you when something feels wrong. Changes in their sleep behavior are sometimes the first signal their body sends. On the other side, dogs who sleep far less than normal seem restless at night, or appear anxious during what should be rest time may be dealing with pain, cognitive dysfunction in older dogs, or significant stress responses. The baseline matters. A healthy adult dog sleeping 12 to 14 hours isn't a concern. That's biology working correctly. But if your dog's sleep patterns shift dramatically without an obvious reason, like increased activity or a change in weather, it's worth a conversation with your veterinarian. Your dog's sleep is a window, and learning to read it can tell you more than you might expect. Now here's the most unexpected thing researchers have discovered about dogs and sleep, and it changes the way you see that dog curled up on your floor. Dogs are what scientists call flexible sleepers. Unlike humans, who have one consolidated sleep period, dogs evolved to sleep in multiple shorter cycles throughout the day and night. This flexibility traces back to their wolf ancestors, who needed to be alert and responsive at unpredictable times for hunting and protection. But here's the truly remarkable part. Studies have shown that dogs adjust their sleep schedules to match their owners' rhythms, not out of training, but out of genuine social bonding. Your dog doesn't just sleep near you. Over time, they begin to sleep like you. Their deepest, most restful sleep tends to align with yours. That's not habit. That's attachment written into biology. So the next time your dog settles into their fifth nap of the day, here's what you now know. They're not lazy. They're not. They're not bored. They are doing something ancient, intelligent, and deeply connected to everything that makes dogs extraordinary. They're dreaming of your morning walk. They're storing the lesson you taught them this afternoon. They're processing a world that they experience more richly, through scent and sound and social feeling, than we often give them credit for. And in their own quiet way, they're sleeping better because of you. Because you are the reason their nervous system says, "This place is safe. This is home. This is home." Dogs sleep so much because they live so fully when they're awake, and they trust you enough to let go completely when they close their eyes. That kind of trust is one of the most extraordinary things one species has ever offered another. If your dog is sleeping nearby right now, maybe just let them be. They're doing important work. If you found this fascinating, share it with a fellow dog lover. And tell us in the comments, does your dog dream? What do you think they're chasing?